3000 BC, Sumerian writing system used pictographs to represent words. 2900 BC is the beginnings of Egyptian hieroglyphic writing. In 1300 BC, where tortoise shell and oracle bone writing were used. 500 BC, papyrus roll was used. In 220 BC, the Chinese small cell writing was developed. In 100 AD, there were books for parchment codex. In 105 AD, the woodblock printing in paper was invented by the Chinese. In 1455, Johannes Gutenberg invented the printing press using movable metal type. In 1755, Samuel Johnson's dictionary standardized English spelling.
1802, invention of the carbon or lamp.
1824, the research on persistence of vision published. In 1830s, the first viable design for a digital computer, and Augusta Lady Byron writes the world's first computer program. In 1837, it is the invention of the telegraph in the Great Britain and the United States. Motion pictures were projected onto the screen in 1861. In 1876, Dewey Decimal System was introduced. In 1877, Edward Muybridge demonstrated the high-speed photography. The first magnetic recordings were released in 1899. In 1902, motion picture special effects were used. In 1906, Lee DeForest invented the electronic amplifying tube or the triode. Television camera tube was invented by Zimmerkin in 1923. In 1926, the first practical sound movie was invented. In 1939, regularly scheduled television broadcasting began in the U.S. 1940s is the beginnings of information science as a discipline. In 1945, Vannevar Bush foresaw the invention of hypertext.
ENIAC computer was developed in 1946.
1948 is the birth of field of information theory proposed by Claude E. Shannon. In 1957, planar transistor was developed by Gene Horn.
1958, first integrated circuit.
In 1960s, the Library of Congress developed LC-MARC, or the Machine Readable Code. In 1969, the Unix operating system was developed, which could handle multitasking. In 1971, the Intel introduced the first microprocessor chip. 1972, the optical laser disc was developed by Philips and MCA. MCA and Philips agreed on a standard video disc encoding format in 1970. 1975, Altair microcomputer kit was released, where it is the first personal computer for the public. Radio Shack introduced the first complete personal computer in 1977. In 1984, the Apple Macintosh computer was introduced. In mid-1980s, the artificial intelligence was separated from information science. In 1987, HyperCard was developed by Bill Atkinson Recipe Box Metaphor. In 1991, the 450 complete works of literature on one CD-ROM was released. In January 1997, the RSA, or the Encryption and Network Security Software, Internet Security Code, cracked for a 48-bit number.